Okay, so we've sinned Ice Age. We didn't get a request for this, but we would still like to feature a comment at the beginning of the video, and we've chosen this one. Partially because it's a nice and positive comment, but mostly, and I can't stress this enough, because the person who left it is called The Claptacular Sausage Fest. Please note that we don't own the clips in this video, but they are being used under terms of fair use for parody and review. Please don't sue us. I'd also like to point out that just after editing this video, the original Ice Age Sins video has been removed. I can only assume this is due to copyright reasons. To avoid a copyright issue of our own, we've desaturated and done various other things to the clips of Ice Age we've used in this video, so that's what's going on with that. With everything ice, wrong age.
How is this thing not already dead? I know it would be kind of dark for this movie for kids to open on a prehistoric squirrel carcass, but I may prefer that to teaching kids that ill-preparedness is hilarious.
Well, no, that's not really what it's teaching them, is it? It's teaching them that ill-preparedness leads to misfortune, and that the misfortune of others is hilarious. I mean, very few kids are going to see this and think, you know what? I want to be in the situation that squirrel is in.
Why not call it the Big Chew or the Nippy Era?
Because then there would be no naming option for the porn parody of this movie.
The suggestion of the existence of an Ice Age porn parody created a mental image that I didn't need to have.
Or the Nippy Era.
There is no sin for the voice of this creature.
If my trunk was that small, I wouldn't draw attention to myself, pal.
Manny perpetuates trunk envy, which in a few thousand years will evolve into something else.
And there's the second time within the first 2 minutes of this video that something Jeremy has said has led me down a train of thought that has somehow resulted in the unwanted mental image of the penis of a woolly mammoth.
Don't let them impale me!
Do they have very long fingernails that I didn't see? If not, I don't know how they will impale him with a flat shovel and a wishbone for horns.
Here is a perfectly good implement of impaling. Your argument is invalid.
This sloth is pretty fast. They probably should have just made him a fictional prehistoric ferret or something, instead of making him a notoriously slow creature that moves normally.
Jeremy is fine with a sloth that can talk like a human, but when that sloth can move like a human, that's crossing the line, damn it!
Where's the baby? There he is!
Is Peekaboo a game that saber-toothed cats commonly play? I don't remember seeing that at the Museum of Natural History.
Jeremy is fine with a talking saber-toothed tiger, but when that talking saber-toothed tiger starts playing peekaboo, that's crossing the line, damn it!
I bet he's hungry.
How are they not all hungry? I don't think any of them have eaten in days.
Or maybe they have eaten, and they just didn't show the eating on screen. That's certainly what this scene is implying. I mean, they haven't shown us any scenes of any of our characters taking a dump either, but we have assumed that they have done that anyway, because a scene showing us these characters doing these things would not enhance our enjoyment of the movie.
How did they all know at the same time that Sid was trying to steal another melon? They might be dumb, but they have a keen sense of when someone is touching their melons.
In my notes for this video, I've written the words sex joke, and then in brackets, melons equals breasts. I've decided that rather than taking the effort to actually write this sex joke, just my notes will speak for themselves here.
Hey, does this look like a petting zoo to you?
Hey, have you ever seen a petting zoo? Or a zoo, period?
Jeremy is fine with a talking mammoth, but when that talking mammoth knows what a zoo is, that's crossing the line, damn it!
Movie goes to the trouble to reference Star Trek, but gives us a generic-ass flying saucer instead of any of the thousands of ships in that universe as reference.
Yes, because copyright.
Manny is behind the baby when he launches into the air, and then suddenly he's in front of the baby so he can be caught.
That ramp there would have converted much of that baby's forward momentum into upward momentum, causing it to slow down, whereas Manny is still sliding down a slope, and therefore is accelerating due to gravity. My point is that it's perfectly reasonable that Manny catches up to the baby in this time.
I'm able to look past some of the scientific inaccuracies of this movie, but the last time I checked, the melting point of ice is significantly lower than the melting point of rocks. If the rocks are hot enough to be lava, how the f*** is there any ice anywhere near it?
This is not the kind of thing that you should have to check.
No one touches the mammoth until I get that baby.
It's going to be a lot easier for them to get the baby if the mammoth isn't in the way.
Did you catch that? That ding there for that sin there was incorrectly synced with the rest of the video, both visual and audio. Here it is again.
No one touches the mammoth until I get that baby.
It's going to be a lot easier for them to get the baby if the mammoth isn't in the way. None of the humans are surprised that the sloth can pick up and hug a baby like a person.
Jeremy is fine with a sloth that can talk like a human, but when that sloth can hug like a human, that's crossing the line, damn it!
Also, interspecies hugging.
That actually happens in real life and is completely adorable. This should 100% not be a sin. This movie perpetuates the stupid idea that something can survive being frozen for a prolonged amount of time because cold for some reason. Seriously, whose idea was this that this should work? What's happened to you? I've been frozen in a block of ice. Well, did you die of freezing? No, I didn't. Did you suffocate? No, I didn't. What actually happened to me was I was preserved for a very long time, because that's how things work. Hi, I'm here at the end of the video to inform you that myself and rapper Truly Artistic have been working very hard recently to bring you this kind of funky hybrid rap trap track. It would mean a lot if you go and give it a listen by clicking the annotation on screen. Thank you.
Escape. This is for the time you dedicate to what you're doing. If you're busy working 9 to 5 or busy where you're schooling, everybody on the hustle, so baby, just keep it moving. Don't ever let nobody